Hey guys, it's Klaus. You know, a smart man once said, well, actually, he's saying, something's happening here, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? And despite the automated display on the screen, which prompts you every game to let you know that you can configure the brightness in the graphics settings, sometimes I just seem like I don't. Something's happening around here and I don't know what it is. And old Gao Cannon here, thanks for sending me this replay. I've noticed it myself since the new patch. Something is happening with the spotting and detection. I get shot, my sixth sense hasn't gone off, and then a few seconds later I notice a tank in a position that I swear he wasn't there before, and how could he be so close? I didn't detect him. But I haven't been smart enough to actually save those replays. I haven't thought anything about it. I've just thought, oh, well, you know, whatever. I got hit and played the game. And it doesn't happen a lot, but I've noticed it occasionally since this new update that there is just something weird. And we're going to watch this replay here, and you tell me whether you think something weird's going on, and we'll just pause it a couple of times while we watch. It's not the greatest game, but look at the minimap here. Look at the minimap. I've paused it here. There's a Type 61 on that little ridge there, and he's got a clear spotting line down south. Did you notice that when I stopped the video there? If you looked at the mini-map, you were smart enough to look. And now an E50 has appeared. Did you let me pause? How did this guy get there, for one thing? Does he have great camo, or is there cover there now? How did that guy not spot him earlier? But, I mean, you know, it could be that the E50, he has 100% camo crew, or... But I don't know, he just drove through the open there. The Type 61 is a high tier with good view range. But let's just say, you know, that's not evidence of anything. Just a little bit strange that the E50, maybe the Type 61 was behind the rock and not spotting. But just little things like that, which doesn't prove anything yet. But let's keep watching here because we're going to see. Now, the Type 61, you notice, has taken a few shots, but the E50 has disappeared. Look, the Type 61 is in the open there getting hit, and the E50 is invisible. The E50 is gone. He's not detected anymore. What the hell's going on? Are there bushes there now that I just don't know about? Well, that doesn't prove anything. Let's just keep watching the game. But I've noticed this when I play. Sometimes I'm in a position, and it's not until I get shot that, and there, the E50 has popped back up on the screen. You see him there in that little alcove? I don't know if there's cover there or what exactly the situation is. And of course this doesn't prove anything yet, but let's keep watching because I think you're going to see something that is a little weird and wonky, and there's something happening around here and I don't know what it is. Let's pause the video here. There's that Type 61. He is obviously in the open there now. And there's a charioteer. There's the E50. The E50 has disappeared again. I don't get it, but that doesn't prove anything. Let's keep watching. But I wanted to pause there because that Type 61 now is definitely in a position where he can look straight south. I know that spot. He's not behind a rock. Okay, so now the T-29 has moved here to try and defend against all these enemies. He's going to take a shot. And it's not about him, whether he plays the game right or whether he does well. But look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies there. They're within his view range. And they're lit, and he's going to bounce a shot here off a Patriot because he doesn't have the pen to pen him. And they've disappeared, which is understandable because, you know, he's looking through a tree there, and they're in the low ground. He's spotted. Nothing strange yet. This is just the way the game works. There's an Object 430U, a Russian tank, that has shot him. Nothing strange so far. Okay, so he backs up to get in cover to try and get hull down, and he's going to try and defend this corner. So now he's doing the right thing. He's getting hull down. He's using the terrain. And now watch this, okay? Let's watch. He doesn't see anyone. He doesn't see anyone. Let's see what happens here. Watch this. Look at the tree in the middle there. This tree. Do I pause the video? Oh, here's an enemy he's going to have to contend with. But look at this now. See the tree in the middle of your screen? The tree right there. Keep your eye on that tree. The tree just got knocked over. A tank just drove. I paused it here. This tree just got knocked over. It was standing straight up, and it got knocked over by the tank. It's about 50 meters from him, and he's been shot now. Like, who knocked over that tree? Okay, this Patriot has nothing. He's backed up. He's wondering, the tree that was 50 meters in front of him got knocked over, and there is the Object 430U that knocked down that tree, that drove straight in the open towards him, and he's dead. Tanks drove towards him. They knocked down that tree right in front of him. Let's watch that again. Okay, I'm just going to roll it back here. Now this tree, look at the mini map here. This tree right there, this one up and down, is like 50 meters away from him. There's nothing, and it's knocked down by a tank. He's spotted. That tree was just knocked down by the Object 430U, right there in front of him. I don't get it. And now he's shot. He hasn't detected anyone yet. And now he's detected. Where's the enemy? The enemy's gone. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know if you guys could. Is this a new game mechanic? I don't understand how the game works, and you have to be a Unicom to understand the special formulas and eccentricities that are involved in the dynamic multiple tasks of computating which tank is detected. Like a fucking Object 430U drove 50 feet in front of him and knocked down a tree. He could see the tree fall down, but he can't see the tank. He gets shot. He can't see the guy who shot him. The game's over. It's going to be a 14-4 victory or loss. And it's all about his team just couldn't see the tanks. If you're not paying attention, you say, oh, I got shot, it's over. But I've noticed this in some games, not all the time, but just this weird shit happening. And you can't win the games if the enemy tanks don't even render on your fucking screen, right? But rest assured, if you are having a problem with adjusting the brightness, you can go to the graphics settings and adjust that in the graphic. Is there anywhere in the graphics settings that you can adjust so that there aren't invisible enemies that kill you without you seeing them? Is that available somewhere in the settings? Seriously, guys, let's watch. After I got sent that replay, I started taking note of what happens in some of my games. And really, if you think about it, I wouldn't expect that a lot of people are noticing that there's invisible tanks because, well, they're invisible, right? Like in this situation, I shoot this guy, I get spotted. That's how it works. That seems fine. But I noticed something a little bit strange in this game, and really think about what I just said. If an invisible tank just drives in front of you and you don't see it, you're not going to complain, hey, an invisible tank just drove by. No, that's not fair. Because he's invisible, you didn't see him. It's like the guy that says, I don't snore. I've never heard myself snore. Well, you're sleeping. So if an invisible tank, if the mechanic is not working, if there's a tank in the plain open right in front of you and you can't see him, how would you know? Unless in that situation we saw with the T-29 where a tree is knocked down, or what you're going to see here, I think, is a little strange. Look at the mini-map. I'm highlighting a couple of guys there that I know there's an IS and an AT-8 that are moving up here, so I've moved in a position where I can shoot them. I'm looking down over this little ridge here, and they're going to be here pretty soon. But if they just drove by now and I didn't see them, I would say, well, I wouldn't even know, right? Okay, I'm detected. And I'm moving up. Now, are you noticing what's happening here? I'm moving into this bush. Did you notice what just happened? Did you notice what just happened? You probably didn't. You see this little dead tank here? That dead tank moved, was pushed forward by another tank. The AT-8 spotted, but whoever pushed that tank is not spotted. Oh, there's the IS right there, and I'm going to shoot him now. If that dead tank didn't move forward, maybe I wouldn't even have noticed anything weird in that clip. But let's run it back here again and see if you notice what's going on here. Okay, so I'm waiting here, right? And now watch. The AT-8 is moving forward and the dead tank is moving forward. I am detected. Okay, they can see me. So I know there's line of sight. Now watch. I'm right at the edge here. That tank moved from there to there. Did you notice it? Or did you miss it again? That dead tank was here and moved from there to there. Now I'm in this bush looking at it, and there's nobody there. And remember, my sixth sense went off. I was spotted. They can see me. There is line of sight here, right? I moved up. I peered right over the edge of this cliff here. I can see the AT-8. I can see the dead tank moving, but I can't see the IS. Did you notice that? Or do you have to? And I'm moving forward. I can't see anyone. I just froze it here. I thought, well, maybe that rock's in the way. I moved forward. Look where I am now. I'm peering over the edge there, and the dead tank moved. I can't see anything. Does that make sense to you? Someone moved that dead tank, and I can't see him, and that's why I backed, and there's the IS. Is this just an optical illusion? Was that Tiger spotting the AT-8 and then he couldn't spot the IS? And I was just proxy spotted by the AT-8? I don't know. I don't get it. I thought I should be able, when I peered over the edge there, I should have seen that IS. I don't know. There's something weird happening around here, and I don't know what it is, but if you thought that wasn't clear-cut, let's watch one more here. This happened recently. It's hard to find clear-cut examples of people that are invisible because you can't see them. But here we are, me and my buddy. We're approaching a hidden PZ4. His last known position is up on that ridge line up there, and we're both moving in to take him out. And there he is. He shot his gun. He tracked my friend there, and after he shot, he was spotted. He was hiding in those bushes. He shot his gun. We are about 300, 250 meters away, and he shot his gun and he was spotted. Okay, so now I know where he is. I'm going to go light him for my teammate. And that makes sense, right? He was hiding in a bush. He shot. After he shot, he has no camo, so we spotted him. So now I'm approaching it, and I've spotted him. I proxy spotted him here. So now we know where he is. And I'm going to move in here to take a shot. Just going to climb up this little ridge line. Now we're about 50 meters away, and I'm just going to take one shot and pull back here. But he's disappeared, and he shot me, and I'm dead. Where is he? Oh, he's vanished. He's gone. Is this example a little bit more clear-cut? There's some strange shit happening. The spotting mechanic since this last patch. Oh, he spotted again. There he is. Yeah, he was right there. He shot me and remained invisible. How does someone shoot you 50 meters away from you and remain undetected? I don't get it. You guys explain it in the comments, because obviously I don't know what's going on. And I'll tell you, if there's invisible tanks scurrying around the battlefield that you don't see, no one would ever know to say, hey, there's something wrong with the mechanic, unless a tree is knocked down or a dead tank's moved, or you're shot. You're shot by someone 50 meters away from you and he does not light up. Oh, but look, there's a small shrub. Maybe there was a small shrub and a big shrub. Is that what it is? That's how it works now. It's one of those things that it's kind of a head scratcher, isn't it? Are there invisible tanks driving around? Does the game just decide, fuck you, you're going to lose, the enemies are going to be invisible, so, screw you? You wouldn't know. Couple of strange examples there. Let me know if you guys have seen this in the game, and leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think.